You go to the doctor complaining of severe fatigue, low libido, or sudden hair growth. They run a blood panel, check your hormones, and tell you that your total levels are perfectly normal. But those symptoms are very real. The problem is that relying on a total hormone count fails to reflect your actual biological state. Think of your total hormone count like the total number of cars on a highway. That massive number doesn't tell you how many actually reach their destination. Your biological response is determined only by the cars that take an exit ramp and drop off passengers. If your hormones never exit the bloodstream to interact with your cells, having a normal total level is a clinical illusion. To understand why those hormones get trapped on the highway, we have to look at a protein produced and released by the liver, Sex Hormone Binding Globulin, commonly known as SHBG. When hormones like testosterone and estradiol enter your bloodstream, SHBG acts like a molecular sponge. In fact, only about 1 to 2% of the hormones in your blood are actually free and biologically active. The other 98% are swallowed up and locked inside SHBG protein shells. They circulate through your system, completely unavailable to the tissues and cell receptors that desperately need them. This means if your SHBG levels are skewed, your total hormone number provides a false representation of your hormonal health. There is a delicate inverse relationship at play here. Abnormally high SHBG binds up too much hormone, causing symptoms of deficiency. Conversely, extremely low SHBG leaves too much hormone unbound, which triggers conditions like polycystic ovary syndrome, or PCOS, a hormonal disorder causing irregular cycles and metabolic issues. At first glance, it might seem logical to try and lower your SHBG to unlock more free hormones and fix the deficiency. However, intentionally driving down your SHBG levels is a dangerous medical mistake that can actively harm your long-term health. The amount of free hormone in your blood is a secondary concern compared to the physiological importance of the SHBG molecule itself. Medical researchers have discovered that SHBG functions as an active metabolic agent with its own specific cellular receptors. This published review identifies SHBG as a primary biomarker and therapeutic target, framing it as a highly accurate predictor of metabolic health. The abstract highlights a clear negative correlation. As insulin resistance rises, SHBG falls. High SHBG strongly predicts robust cardiovascular protection and longer lifespan. A high SHBG score on your blood panel stands as one of the strongest indicators of a healthy, protected metabolic system. So, what exactly causes your SHBG to crash to dangerous, disease-promoting lows? The primary systemic antagonists are visceral fat and hyperinsulinemia. Hyperinsulinemia is a condition where you have chronically high levels of insulin circulating in your blood. Living a modern, high-carbohydrate lifestyle creates massive, continuous insulin spikes. That excess insulin sends a direct signal to your liver, which immediately shuts down production at the SHBG factory. Your levels plummet. This study shows the clinical fallout. Plummeting SHBG is linked to the earliest clinical warning signs of impending type 2 diabetes and non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, a condition where excess fat builds up in the liver. A low SHBG score serves as a primary indicator of progressive metabolic breakdown and chronic disease risk. This presents a fascinating clinical dilemma. How do doctors treat a metabolically healthy patient who has protective SHBG, but is suffering from fatigue and low libido because their free testosterone is entirely bound up? The absolute rule of optimal hormone therapy is to never lower a patient's SHBG to achieve higher free hormones. You must keep their metabolic armor intact. Instead, the clinician increases the patient's total testosterone dose. They pour more total hormone into the system until it saturates the high SHBG capacity, eventually forcing the liquid to spill over the sides to create a usable pool of free testosterone. This overflow method allows the patient to keep their metabolic protection while successfully resolving all of their hormonal deficiency symptoms. On the other hand, when a patient presents with dangerously low SHBG, clinicians use targeted interventions like weight loss, GLP-1 medications, which are drugs used to treat obesity and type 2 diabetes, and specific hormone administration routes to force the liver to produce more. The physical route a hormone takes changes how your body reacts. Swallowing an oral hormone pill routes it directly through the liver, which spawns a massive burst of new SHBG molecules. Absorbing that same hormone through a transdermal skin patch bypasses the liver entirely, creating zero new SHBG. Doctors use this specific biological mechanism to their advantage. By prescribing oral estradiol, they leverage the liver's first-pass metabolism to intentionally raise SHBG, restoring metabolic harmony in postmenopausal women. The next time you review a blood panel, shift your focus from the total hormone counts to the SHBG levels to evaluate your long-term metabolic health.
If you're interested in exploring more of these incredible connections from hormone optimization to metabolic psychiatry and regenerative medicine, be sure to subscribe and follow for more explainers just like this one. Thanks so much for watching this Within You Health production.